Hello guys and welcome to all those trainings to become Super Saiyans. This is Revolution. So this video is going to be discussing Ultra Instinct Goku that we've seen in the tournament so far against all the Gods of Destructions. Now I'm not talking about Ultra Instinct Goku versus all the Gods of Destructions at once, kind of similar to how Beerus had to face off against all the Gods of Destructions in the manga of Dragon Ball Super. And I do know that he only had to take them all on for a short amount of time until they actually started to fight each other. But rather, what I'm talking about is where Ultra Instinct Goku would fit in the spectrum of a ranking system between the Gods of Destruction. So the only thing we have to basically base this on is what we saw in episode 110. Maybe I'll go into detail about the potential of Ultra Instinct near the end of the video, but for now we'll stick to what we saw in episode 110, the Dragon Ball Super Special. However, we have had a couple of remarks in previous episodes, not many but a couple, that refer to Goku Strength in other forms in comparison to the Gods of Destructions. The first came in the God of Destruction tournament between Universe 6 and Universe 7. When Goku used Kaioken times 10, Beerus started to sweat. Whilst at the time we believed this could mean that Goku was closing in on Beerus, it turns out he was still way off. But it may suggest that Goku was at least at a percentage of Beerus' power, maybe 1%, 2%. That number's still unknown, but going off what we know now, it suggests that Super Saiyan God Goku in the Battle of God Saga wasn't even 1,000th of Beerus' power, possibly much more than that. However, like I said, he did start to sweat, so maybe he's at a percentage of Beerus' power in the Gods of Destruction saga. Since then, he has gotten a lot stronger. He managed to take hit to a tie on planet Earth in their second fight in just his Super Saiyan Blue form. Hit was using assassination techniques and also got stronger himself. So Goku got multiple times stronger, 10 plus times stronger if you ask me, since the God of Destruction tournament. Then in episode 81, he demonstrates Super Saiyan Blue in the preliminaries to the Tournament of Power against Bergamo the Crusher of Universe 9. The gods are in awe, they cannot believe Immortal has acquired this level of strength. But Ro of Universe 9, the Supreme Kai of Universe 9, states that Goku Blue rivals the gods. Sidra, the God of Destruction of Universe 9, then says how terrifying, only for Goku to then go and amp up the Kaioken. So this is one of the Gods of Destruction saying this. To scale on this statement alone does seem a bit flimsy, but it does suggest that Goku is nearing at least the lower tier of Gods of Destructions. Now, there is no evidence out there to actually state with 100% confirmation that Sidra is the weakest God of Destruction, but along the way you do get the implications that he probably is. Then in the Tournament of Power itself versus Jiren, we see Goku break his limits and unleash Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. So even if he was still some way off that lower tier of God of Destructions, he has gained even further ground on them by unleashing times 20. So this is completely objectifiable, but this is my take on where Goku's power in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 lies, and this is a very stamina draining form. But if I was to evaluate Goku's power in relevance to the lower tier Gods of Destructions, I would say Goku is at low tier God of Destruction level, either just a bit underneath Sidra or maybe just above Sidra. I don't know if he's any higher than that. Maybe, just maybe, you could bring Rumshi into the equation, but we haven't really seen enough of some of the other Gods of Destructions to really place their power in terms of relevance to Goku. Sidra, we saw him attack Frieza and Goku with a Sphere of Destruction or possibly a low-level Hakai attack. But Frieza dominated that attack in his golden state. Goku wasn't exactly getting killed by it in his base, but he was struggling with it. But as Super Saiyan Blue, he probably would have dealt with it pretty easily as well, never mind using Kaioken on top. Add to that, Rose said that Frieza would make a better God of Destruction than Sidra. Now, obviously you can't take that as an evaluation of Sidra's power because it may be talking about Frieza's state of mind, but it definitely supports the fact that Sidra is one of the weaker Gods of Destructions. However, I will just add this. Blue Kaioken times 20 isn't going to last very long, whereas the God of Destruction seem to have that power in their base form. So even if Goku did manage to have a bit of a higher power level through using Blue Kaioken times 20, he would most likely still lose because he'd have to defeat that God of Destruction within a matter of minutes. So this moves us on to Goku's opponent in the Dragon Ball Super Specials, Jiren, the Grey from Universe 11. Now on Toei's website, even before those specials, we saw that Jiren had been ranked at God of Destruction / God of Destruction's level. So that states that he is kind of relative to their power, but stronger than some. Whether he's stronger than all of them still remains to be seen. But even going off of that, it clearly shows that Jiren is at the upper echelons of that God of Destruction tiering. However, he mollywopped Goku Blue Kaioken times 20. He was significantly more powerful, as well as utilising his own power in his base again. Once again, there is no stamina drainage for Jiren, not to the extent of the Blue Kaioken. And on top of that, we got the rumours before the Tournament of Power started that there was a mortal that even a God of Destruction couldn't beat, which turned out to be true when Jiren demonstrated his power against Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 Goku. Whis confirms this, saying that he is the mortal that a God of Destruction can't defeat. However, I will add caution here because it does say can't defeat. It doesn't say Jiren beat Vermouth. Maybe he did, but we need more concrete evidence than that statement there. But Whis clearly states he's at Hakaishin level, surpassed it perhaps. So it's quite obvious that Jiren is in that upper tier of God of Destruction level. Vermouth was the God of Destruction to beat Beerus in an arm wrestle, but that doesn't necessarily mean he has a higher combat battle power. So if there was a league system, I would probably say that Jiren is within that top 3 of Hakaishin. Probably top, but probably. It's hard to evaluate because 1, we haven't seen Jiren at full power, 2, we haven't even seen Beerus at full power, and 3, we haven't actually heard who is actually the strongest God of Destruction. It's suggested many times that Beerus is one of them. Now, I'm usually cautious about using the manga in terms of evidence for the anime itself. However, one thing you can say about these Gods of Destructions is that some of them were created by Toyo Taro. The designs were created by Toyo Taro and Toriyama, so they definitely have some input as to where these characters' power levels lie. And in the preliminaries, obviously, we got the God of Destruction battle to the Tournament of Power, which was awesome. If you've not read that manga chapter, go and read it. I really wish this happened in the anime itself. But Beerus and Quitela were 2 of the last remaining fighters from all the Gods of Destructions, and Vermouth, Belmod, whatever you want to call him, was literally feigning injury. So you could say they were the last 3 remaining Gods of Destruction still fighting in that God of Destruction fight. Like I said, Toyo Taro must have worked closely with Toriyama designing these characters, so I think that's good indication of who the strongest Gods of Destructions are. By all means, not 100% concrete, just very suggestive in my humble opinion. If you have a difference of opinion, by all means share it in the comment section. So like I said, I have Jiren in that upper echelon of tiering of the Gods of Destructions, perhaps top of it, but probably not by that much. Now Jiren is relevant basically because that's all we've seen Ultra Instinct Goku fight. Now quite frankly, I didn't see Jiren land a single hit on Goku. Sure, he was managing to fight Goku, and it seemed even kill for a while. Even Android 17 stated he doesn't know who's winning. So that suggests that Ultra Instinct Goku and Jiren at that point were relative to each other. Once again, we don't know if this is Jiren at full power. That remains to be seen, quite frankly. But upon realising that that heat was about to burn out, Goku turned up the heat on Jiren and landed a big double knee to the chest. As well as Piccolo stating during that fight that Goku seems to be getting stronger, more accurate and sharper the more he evolved with the form. So going off the Goku that we've seen that uses the Spirit Bomb as his fuel, as his energy, I would say he is at Jiren's level, possibly, just possibly slightly above it. However, I do not believe the Spirit Bomb would last long enough for him to defeat Jiren. Obviously it didn't, as well as defeat the likes of Beerus, possibly Vermouth and Quitela as well. But in terms of raw power alone, he is definitely now in that upper echelon of God of Destruction tiers, possibly the top of that chain. In fact, in my humble opinion, Goku is now top of the chain with Ultra Instinct. But obviously it's a time-limited form, whereas basically the Gods of Destruction's bases are just their base forms, as well as Jiren's. Now, looking into the future, it all depends on whether Goku's own energy, for example, his God Ki or regular Ki, or whether he can use Super Saiyan Blue in coherence with Ultra Instinct, or even Kaioken in coherence with Ultra Instinct, whether that power from his own energy is actually equal to that of the Spirit Bombs. If it is, then Goku would obviously stay in that upper echelon of fighters amongst the Gods of Destructions, but if it isn't, then obviously he drops down. But there is a high chance that it could be even stronger than that Genki Dama's power. So if it was, then that would put Goku outright as the strongest amongst the God of Destructions if he was able to utilize God Ki, Kaioken and Ultra Instinct all in cohesion. But for now, that's a big if, and we'll have to wait and see whether that is still possible. So that's how I see it. I want to know how you guys see it. If you have your own ranking system, by all means, let me know what it is in the comments section. This is a completely objectable discussion as of right now, so there aren't really any wrong opinions on this, but it's fun to discuss it. If you like my videos, make sure you smash that like button with a big bang attack. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And remember one very important final message. If you stay calm in any vexing situation, you will never, ever become a Super Saiyan. Make sure you click that subscribe button to make sure you get all my latest content straight to your account as soon as it's released. And here are some more videos from my library, which I'm sure you will all enjoy.